So, building a bumper here for '01 Dodge Ram 2500. So, first step is going to be mounting these bumper brackets on the rear. So, I've already unboxed it and taken my bumper off, as you can see. But what you're going to do is you got 3 bolts here, and you're going to level it with this. So I've already done this side, as you see, and it's going to be level. Then when you move over to this side, you'll put her down, and you're going to hold it level. Then you're going to tighten those 3 bolts, and I can't do this while videoing, so I'll be right back. It's all tacked together now. Well, I kind of forgot to record before we put it on the pickup and the brackets. So what we did is we welded the 2 wings to the center part on a couple of table saw or sawhorses, and then we centered it up. We shoved it all the way to the side and measured the gap on the other side there, and then got it centered. And then before we put on any of the wings, we tacked it there, and it goes onto these 2 wings, and then line those up and tack them together. And that's kind of what it looks like. And then now we'll take it off and get it welded, and then move to the light. So here's some welding. There's a little hole. Here we are. We've been sanding here with some flap discs, is what they're called, and they look kind of like, well, they look just like this. I've been using some 40 grit, and it'll basically sand down all the welds all smooth. Like, here's a finished section, or mostly finished, and it's we're using these instead of like a grinding wheel, as it leaves it a little bit finer for when you're painting it or powder coating. Or these ones, I'm pretty sure, are going to get bed lined with the smoother bed liner stuff. And then when you come by, like right here, you see these little holes. We're gonna come back with the welder and fill them in and sand them back down, and it'll leave it nice and smooth, as you can see. And one thing you gotta be careful of is there's no real spots like this, but this is my first time with a whole lot of sanding and grinding experience. So like on this front bumper right here, if you don't hold it flat, you kind of chew into it, which you kind of fix and kind of feather it out and make it look okay, or you can kind of try and weld the whole thing and fill it in. But so like right here, there's kind of a hole, and we'll just zap it a couple times with the welder and fill her in, and then sand it down. This is my front bumper, of course, and yeah, I think it'll look pretty good. Here's for the mounting of the tow hook. Took a square, got it square with that, and lined it flush with that, and then made sure it was even and then tacked it. Bumper's all built now. So we got the tow hooks on. And if you haven't seen the lighting, and I had to mount my trailer plug in, because you see on mine it dangles down, and this bumper actually goes down lower than the stock one, and that was covering about half of it. So we got a mag drill and drilled a hole and hole for the bolts. And instead of using the stock license plate lights, I got these little lights off of Amazon. And we just drilled 2 holes for the bolts and 1 for the wires to go through. And this one was a little bit off that, and we put this one on the same spot. Then from the cubes, we got flush mount rough country cubes on each side. And instead of using the bracket, because I thought it would be a little easier, and what we had to do is this wouldn't quite fit in their hole, so we had to bevel it out a little bit. And then, of course, we have the holes drilled. And that's how I mounted those, but that's how we put her together. All finished. Looks pretty good, I think.